Hi guys, welcome to a non-P3D video. We're doing X-Plane 12 today, which is my other kind of main flight simulator that I use apart from P3D version 5. I also have X-Plane 11 and FSX installed, but I rarely use those. So today we're going into the world of X-Plane and we're going to be flying the Inibuilds A300 from Tehran, and let me check that I pronounced this one somewhat correct, to Isfahan. I probably butchered that one, but it's an I-S-F-A-H-A-N. Isfahan, I think, something like that. And the reason why I'm doing this flight is just because it's a short one. I don't think it has any basis in reality. I doubt they would use the A300s for that. In Iran, they probably would use, I think they have some Fokkers, some MD, some old MD-80s and that sort of planes that would do these shorter routes, but I really wanted to do a flight with the A300. So we're going to be flying from the Iman Khomeini International Airport to Isfahan International Airport. And as you can see, we do not have any, I don't have any photoreal for X-Plane, and I don't use any payware airports. I think one of the great things with X-Plane is that it does have amazing airports included in the base game, and then you can of course get some freeware improvements elsewhere, but I think this is, I mean, compared to the P3D default airports, this is just incredible. I guess I could have used photoreal, but I just don't have the space to have two sims going with photoreal, just because it's so much space that's eaten up by that. I was thinking maybe auto ortho, but I've never been able to set it up properly. So I'm just going to use the base scenery with the SimHaven free add-on that makes some nicer odd-gen and that sort of stuff. Better placement of trees and buildings. And I think that's about the only scenery enhancement I have for. You don't need mesh in X-Plane 12 and that sort of stuff, so that's at least good. But okay, so we're gonna be flying the Inibuilds A300. Let me see if I can get that jetway attachment. Gonna move outside, so we get that jetway attachment. Then I think I do have a plugin that's the ground handling. So let me just get that control widget out. I think we can put these. So basically I'm using this yard design ground handling. I'm not sure if it's really worth it. I thought I would buy it since a lot of people suggested it, but not really sure it's that great of a tool actually. But it does some sort of, or it fills some sort of function. I also like the X-Plane. You have all these vehicles running around or driving around. It makes everything feel so much more alive, even though I'm not sure where they're driving. But oh well. Wait, before I jump in, just look at the outside. I think X-Plane 12 has some really nice looking airplanes, at least the payware ones. It's just nice looking, generally speaking. I mean, maybe the windows here look a bit odd, but apart from that, it's just nice. And I also like the fact that kind of like the interior and the outside model is kind of the same. So you can kind of go from the inside to the outside and that sort of, in that sort of fashion. But yeah, beautiful looking plane. I like also the kind of clean look of the Iron Air livery. It's just quite clean in the sense that it doesn't have too much things going on. A little bit of a logo, some text in I'm not sure what, actually now that I'm thinking of it, I'm not sure what, I guess Iranian would be their language, and then yeah, Iron Air and the airline of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Islamic Republic of Iran. But what else can I say about Iron Air? They do have a lot of old, because of the sanctions, you need to have these old airplanes. They still use the A300, so that's why I picked Iran again to fly from, just because I felt that's appropriate. I guess a lot of freighters use the A300-600 version as well, which this one is, but this is the passenger version. But I felt like we could do another Iran flight. If you remember, my last flight was from Kish to Hamad, so I guess not an Iran solely flight, but something close to that. So let's see, before we get started, I think we are already on cold and dark, so I'm just gonna go on ground ups. We have this nice EFB here. I mean, generally, I like the Inibuilds. They've done a great job. It looks pretty nice, the cockpit. I even think you do have the cabin modeled, and I think it's quite nice looking. Let me just go. I think you can open this door if you want to, like that. And then let's see, this would be first class, right? Or maybe business class. So pretty nice and comfy chairs. And then here you'll have some information, time-lapsed, that sort of things. And then this one seems to have an addition of the routes that the Iron Air flight would take, I guess. Or that's my presumption. And yeah, you can look from the outside from the windows. Pretty cool feature. Well, let's go back. And let's start with the ground services. External power and chocks. We can put those in. Exits. Let's disarm all. And let's do the right exits. I think it's those three. Where did the ground handling go now? Maybe it crashed or something. Yeah, I don't know why. I've had some issues with that one. Let me see though if I can get that to reappear. Might be that I need to update it or similar. Yeah, so something is messing with it, but oh well. Okay, and then we can open this one as well. So the first exit on our left. I'm just gonna start our pack X. So let me just check, because this one works also in X-Plane 12, which is pretty nice. So we'll be going from OIIE to OIFM. Flight number 307, cruise altitude 29,000, reasonably high. Let's just do our normal flight time. Let's select our aircraft. Doesn't seem to have the A300, so let's just do the A330. I don't think we have Wi-Fi on these ones. And then let's see if I have some nice Iron Air. Could be that I don't have it for boarding music. So maybe we can just use one of these other ones. They have something else like Mahan. No, not Mahan. Let's borrow another one then. I think we can do the... I think we can do Oman Air, and then safety. I think we should have Iron Air if I'm not mistaken, so that would do. So then let's start. We don't need a customs card because we're flying a domestic flight. And then let's see, we need to put in the load sheet, which we do here. So I'm just quickly gonna check if I can get that open. I have a sim brief flight plan, of course. So let's see here. Okay, so 0 fuel weight. 258. Fuel on board. 26. I think think that should be correct. Let me see. Or wait, can you put these? Are these in thousands or are these in? So 258.5, and this one I guess could be 25.5.7. So there we go, we're loading that. We can send the information here as well to the takeoff performance. Okay, good. Now to get started, we are boarding our passengers. There's no GSX equivalent, so that's a bit sad, but I guess there's passengers going on there. Or we can imagine that there is. So let's put on our batteries, and then our external power. Then we can put these to nav. And I've now set the INS or the IRS to kind of quick align, just because I had some issues with that not aligning. Unfortunately, the A300 from Inibuilds, it's not even for sale as of now, because they're making some tweaks before putting it back on. But it's working, but with, you know, some small bugs. That's a bit unfortunate. So what I'll do here is I'll just go FMS, then the init mode. I really like these old, I think these are like CRT screens. That's pretty cool. Let's just do the flight, the departure and the arrival. Can return. We have an alternate ride that's not sure where it's located. I'll just align the IRSs, so now they are aligned. So in the real world it would take a bit of time, but I've changed that in the settings, so don't hate on Inibuilds for that. Or maybe in the sense that it sometimes bugs a bit, that IRS alignment thing. Okay, and then we put our alternate. We have a cost index. I'm just going to do PDF on my sim brief. And that's 79. Flight ID 307. Let me see, and what else? We need to put in the temp and tropo, and I always for some reason forget what to insert on that one. Let me see, in the A300 temp. So I'm guessing that temp is temperature. But I guess you want to put the standard atmosphere, that's what. Well, I guess the way we can do this is by having a look at the our flight plan. I'm pretty sure that one should be able to tell us the temp. I think that's 17. Let me see though, can you do it like this maybe? I'm just gonna use the standard one. Will give us a bit worse predictions, but I will. And then let's see, cruise winds 0 and 113.270, 113, yeah, cruise winds. There we go. Okay, block. Well, we do have that kind of set in already, so we can just put that in. And then in zero fuel weight terms, we do have a 258.5, 258.5. So there we go. And then, let me see what else we do have. One thing I noticed that you get a flex select temperature on through the SimBrief flight plan, so that's pretty cool. But I was wondering, some of these look a bit funny. But I was wondering though, do you get any? Do you get anything in relation to the CG though? I doubt that. Yeah, probably not. So that's something you would do from the performance. Or wait, I know where you can find that actually in the Inibuilds one. So we'll find that here on ground ops and then load sheet. And there we go. There we have the zero fuel one. And there we have the. Let me see. The DOCG, which I guess is. I'm just gonna Google this on the side. That's the dry operating CG. So that's probably not the one we want to use. I'm gonna use the zero fuel one. Not sure that's the one you would use. I guess you would want to have the balance calculated based on what you have, but I don't think we have any way of getting that information. Let me see though, if you do the SimBrief username here, maybe we can get some better information. I'm gonna try and see how that works. Let me just see if I can find my username. It's something special. It's there we go. So let's do that, and then OK, and let's see if now if I options saved. I think these are all correct settings. I'm pretty sure it should be GE type engines on this one. Let me see, A300 Ini X-plane Iron Air. Some of them are the PW, but this is the GE one, so that's good to check. Let me see now if the SimBrief, what does that do? I mean, either it gives the ability to kind of load, or you can see, I guess, well, maybe not shards, but I was thinking if maybe you could see the, what's it called?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find
the flight plan, but I don't think you can. Okay, so it is what it is. But okay, let's keep on this takeoff performance, so we have that. Then let's press I, so we get this up, and there we can see the altimeter, 29901. I usually follow that one. Oh wait, that's this one, right? And then we should do it here as well. And then if we're being really picky, we should also do it there. Let me see, and we have some temperatures here and points. Let me see, and dew point, yeah. So I'm gonna clear that one. Go back here. Oh wait, we needed a CG. That was the whole purpose of this. So ground ops 28 up to. Oh, it was the zero fuel one, so that was good. At least we got that correct. And then let me just check quickly if we do have. Yeah, we need to put that cruise altitude in. Oh, and now it automatically updated the temp and the throttle, so that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so thank God it did that, because we were putting in the wrong. I think I was putting in the. Was it the ISA dew point maybe? Could have been. So let me just check quickly now if I still have. Oh, wait. pressed the wrong button, started steam instead. Don't need steam. So if we go on this one, and then we have a look. I think I by mistake closed my old flight plans. Let me just look if this one is aligned. This one seems to be aligned, seems to be the same flight plan, so that's good. Okay, so we have the flight plan. I'm just gonna put that on my side screen, and then I'm gonna go into takeoff and approach. SID 29 right. This is the SID we'll be departing from. We can insert that. We will then be going from EGVEL. So it's funny though how this one just kind of aligns with the newer Airbuses in terms of the FMC, but a bit different. Of course, with the CRT screens and that sort of stuff. L124. Now we're going to PCAM. I also, for some reason, really like that it's an Airbus with a yoke. It just makes it so different in a fun way. Sorry, not takeoff approach, but we are doing it like this. I don't know why I'm in a Boeing mode now, so I'm thinking Boeing terms. So we're doing star, PCAM. Let me see, PCAM 1Q. And approach will be 25 right, so ILS. This is some weird 225 right. Okay, let's do ILS. 1. Let's do that. And I'm gonna, before I do that, I just want to check if we should put a trans in by bringing up our pilot to ADC, which also works. Let's just config this one so we have Iran and heavy. I think that's saved now. That's perfect. We import our flight plan. And then we do our SID. 29 right. Transition is correct. Then we do our star. That should be the P. We need to change this one though to 25 right. PCAM 1Q, that's correct. And then our approach. So ILS 125 R1, and we can do this. I think this should be nice. So then, let me see how it looks now. So there's where we're landing. Does this one want us to go? Now I'm trying to figure this one out. So the way it wants us to fly is 314T, then there, then out there, and then that doesn't make sense. Let me see if I just do a vector one instead. How will that look? This should be a nicer. This should hopefully work better, but let's see. So we'll be vectored in. I'll connect. Simulator connected. Okay. I think this will work, and then we can file the flight plan. Now we should get the 80s in our background. Okay, and here we can then press insert. So we'll have a bit of a discontinuity, but that's supposed to be there. so we're getting the information. We can remove that. We can go here. Take off. Let me see though. Did they change the radio? Maybe the comms aren't working through my Logitech. Or is it the second one? That's the... Yeah, that one is the active one. So we're doing COM2. Maybe we can change... Okay, change that to COM1 with pilot ADC. Okay, the best way.
We're ready to go when you are.
So now we have ground, so that's perfect.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 307. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours. Now that the
let's
cabin
just
doors
use
are closed,
COM2
please
then.
make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position.
Let's see. So wind.
Departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls.
I guess we could use the 80s from this one. Let's see how that one sounds. One 115 at 3 knots. So it does align. It's dry. We're in Iran. Anti-ice off. Takeoff weight. I think that's correct as we sent the data already. Configure 1515. Agree. Air conditioner standard. Flex standard. ICAO. I think it's this one. Runway. I'm sorry, I'm gonna remove that. I totally forgot that they'll keep on talking until you shut the 80s down. 29 right. And then compute. Flex 53, we have V1, V-right. Limitation, second segment, runway. Not sure what the limitation is, but I'm hoping it's not a problem. Let's keep that up for now. Let me just check if pack X is done with the... Yeah, done with the boardings. We are in pre-flight stage. And let's see, 148, 149, 148, 149, and the V2 should be 151, right? But I'm not allowed to change that. Something I'm missing probably. Takeoff trim 1 down, 1515. Can you send this data? I guess you can send it, but let's not do that as of now. So what's that take of what did this one say? This says flex 53. You put this here. Or was this like something like this you would put in? Let me check that up as well. Flex so I guess this is when you're taking off from an intersection. Okay, so that's why. So probably not best that I didn't insert that. Let me see then. Is there something else we can inset here at reference? Let me see, in it. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. So, I think we have then our flight plan ready. I'm gonna put this also into our flight plan. I guess maybe you want to put this actually to take off and approach so you can see the V1 speeds. And let me see, do we have, I don't think I tried they should work, the fire warnings. So let me see those. I'm not sure where I'm hearing 80s that's talking southwest in Iran. And my guess is they probably don't have Iran 80s in this voice pack that I bought, but still a bit funny. Let me see, these pumps should all go on. Galley. Let me see, those should all be on. We can put on the probe heats, all of those. We can lock the cockpit door. Well, maybe better if we had closed it, and then we would have locked it. Emergency light to arm. We can put on the master APU switch. We should have put on the beacon lights and the nav. We can put that to auto on the strobe. No smoking sign on. Seatbelt sights on as well. Let's put on the TCAS here. I'm gonna take us back to our normal position. Let's see on the outside if we get the ground handling back. Nope. So that's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. You can go to ground ops, exits. Let's see if these are closing now. They all seem to be closing. The front one as well. Let me check if the ground handling is... Oh, maybe now it works again. So annoying. Maybe it's connected to the doors. Let's just leave it as is. Okay, so that was... and now we got the APU, we can start it. This came alive as well when we pressed the APU on. There's no flaps thing here, so I'm not sure if that's omission or if that's how it should supposed to be, but oh well. Okay, we have all doors closed, so we can arm all doors. There's our ground services. Let's wait a bit, we can toggle the jetway. So that one will go away, bye bye. One thing I really like about X-Plane is just like, you know, my screen never gets, I'm using 3 screens, right? And it's never getting like this, that, you know, my left screen is like, shows, or it looks like it's like within a texture or something like that. That's really cool actually. So that I do like. So let's see, APU is running, the doors are closed. You can see here we have kind of the settings. So let's go to, not to door, but to APU and just verify that it's up and about, and it is. So we can put on the APU bleed. We can hear the bleeds, or the air conditioning I guess coming on. We can shut the external power. So we can remove the external power and the chocks. Then we can put on the parking brake. So there we go, now we're clear. A bit close to the jetway maybe, but oh well. And then what we can do, now I'm gonna try, so we do pushback. We can do the pre-plan. And we are going maybe like this should be sufficient there.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Okay, so we can.
Great news, Captain, your tow's coming.
So now the tow should be coming, let's see. Maybe it's that one. Looks like it is. I've had some problems with this better pushback. I'm not sure if it's related to the Inibuilds A300 or if it's just better pushback, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But it is of course a bit annoying. Here we can, here's the flex to temp, so 53. Nice, okay, nice. It's just me that's too old school. And there we have the landing elevation. So I didn't even think of that, like looking at chart Fox, because now I'm not sure if I'll have charts for the airport we're flying to. I mean, the most important part would be to get, of course, the ILS chart. There is some online, but they're payware charts. God damn you! Always need some money to pay. Nothing is free in this life. Let's see if I can maybe find. One. I just need a chart of.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass vent inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Luckily, it seems like it does seem like Sky Vector has some information. I'm not sure if they have the frequencies for the ILS though, so that's gonna be a bit interesting. I do think, however. Let me see though if they do have the elevation though, so that's good. So it's a high airport, 5,043. There we go. But nothing in relation to what the ILS frequency would be. I'm gonna check quickly if Pilot to ATC might be kind enough to have that information. Yeah, it does look like it does. Let me see now. So we know the ILS is there. Let me see if I press approach, what happens. Nothing. Can't seem to find the frequencies, so let's check a bit after we have after we become airborne, because we do really want to find out what's the ILS, right? If we're doing an ILS approach, it's otherwise going to be a bit curious. So I'm just, I think I pressed something on my, I'm just resetting my Pilot to ADC so that we do have a good flight plan. I'll file it again. There we go. IRAN 4003 heavy, ready to copy IFR clearance. Okay, we're gonna get that IFR clearance. Now we need to release the parking brake.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Oh, I should have requested pushback before. But at least it's pushing us back, so that's good. So we can start the engines. Do the A. Then we can start the engine number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for the 40 safety demonstration.
Then we have these fuel pumps or fuel control levers that we need to put on. like that. Like that. Now we have that. Okay, squawk 76053, right? That was our squawk.
مهمانداران برای حالات اضطراری
60.
مختلف کاملا آموزش دیدند. لطفاً با دقت به دستورات ایشان توجه فرمایید.
We are pleased to welcome you on board Iran Air, the airline of Islamic Republic of Iran. Aircraft. Safety is of the most importance in all Iranian flights.
There we go. We have the squawk. And what did they give us in terms of clearance?
Please pay full attention to the cabin crew instructions.
130. So quite a high clearance. Can't seem to do my login tech panel, so that's a bit unfortunate.
Your hand luggage must be still.
Let's look at the outside a bit. We have the right engine should be running. As you can see, it's spinning.
Make sure the rows and exits
It's stabilized.
clear
So let's start the
and
left
free of
one.
any objects.
I think this aircraft has failures as well, so that's pretty nice.
و زمانی که چراغ کمربندها را ببندید روشن است باید بسته باشد. کمربند ایمنی به این صورت بسته، محکم و باز می شود. کمربند نوزاد توسط مهمانداران در اختیار شما قرار خواهد گرفت.
Yeah, I think we're turned the right way, so that's good.
که قابل رعایت باشد.
The seatbelt must
Okay,
be
we're setting the parking brake.
takeoff and landing, and whenever the
Starting the left engine as well. I'll move it slowly like this.
seatbelts are fastened
You can see it pretty nice looking.
and unbuckled like this. Infant safety belts.
It's a bit of a different art style with X-Plane 12, generally, I would say. When you're looking at the surroundings, it's a bit different. I guess you can change that with some shades and similar type of tools. You can disconnect. And I mean, some things are just cool, like these effects. I think they do the planes really well, and I think the main gripe I have with them, I don't really like the X-Plane clouds, even though they've been updated. I'm thinking of getting a third-party software, but I'm trying to use X-Plane more just for the airplanes. So I'm not trying to put too much money into it. But yeah, the clouds and then the scenery is a bit. I mean, maybe I'll set up auto order at some point. That should be about 200-300 gigabytes, right, or something around that. So that would be an okay amount compared to my PCD, where I have like 2 terabytes of photo reel, and that doesn't even cover 1/3 of the world, or maybe 1/3, but that's about it. Okay, so let's see. We have
In
stabilized
case of an emergency landing or ditching, take one
engines.
of the recommended
That's good.
safety positions as shown.
I think the pushback is finito, so we can just go on this one, and I'll put it on the checklist. Just have something shown. I'll put this to 220. I think we have 250. Right, quick label. I like to keep it a bit slower. Let's see, do you put on the outer throttle? No, you don't
In
put
the
it on
event
the
of landing
ground,
over
so that's a
water,
bit.
there's a life vest at every seat.
Let me see.
When instructed to do so, open the cover and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Pass the straps around your waist and adjust at the front. To inflate the vest, pull the red cord firmly, only when leaving the aircraft. If you need to fill the vest, blow into the mouthpieces.
Let me see. Sorry, I got an email from work, so just quickly check that. Let's put the flaps in. That's 15. 15 flaps slash 15. We were supposed to have down 1, I think, at trim. So I'm just gonna see if I can get that to down 1.
درهای هواپیما مجهز به سرسره یا قایق نجات میباشد. شما میتوانید محل دقیق راههای خروج اضطراری را در کارت‌های ایمنی
Down, I think. Let me me double check. It was supposed to be down one, so we don't have up one, down one. Perfect. I think we're ready. I'm gonna remove the parking brake.
There are 8 emergency exits on the aircraft, located on each side of the cabin, at front, at the center, and at the rear.
Put on the
Please take a
constraints.
few moments now to locate your nearest exit.
And then
in some cases, your nearest exit may be
let me see
behind you.
anything else I
If we
need to
need
set.
to
I don't
evacuate
think
the
so.
aircraft, emergency seat mounted light or emergency escape path marking will guide you towards the exit. Each door is equipped either with slide rafts or escape slides. You find the exact location of exits on your safety card. To exit the aircraft, leave your belongings behind and quickly move to the nearest exits, which is instructed by cabin crew. Please remove high-heeled shoes during evacuation.
استعمال دخانیات و استفاده از سیگار الکترونیکی در پرواز ممنوع می‌باشد. همچنین دستشویی‌های هواپیما
So now we are
به دستگاه هشداردهنده نوری
moving.
به
Let's see, we have that. The only thing we
Smoking
don't
is
have
prohibited
set
throughout
is
the
the
aircraft and
auto
laboratories
brakes,
are
and
equipped with
those
smoke detectors. You cannot use any electronic
are
cigarettes either.
located, let
استفاده
me
از
see here.
وسایل الکترونیکی
That's
روی
the place
زمین
they're located.
هنگام
We don't
برخاستن
need the,
و نشستن هواپیما به
you
علت
can
ایجاد
shut the
اختلال در
APU bleed and
سیستم‌های
the
ناوبری
APU,
مجاز نمی‌باشد.
runway turn of lights,
تقاضا می‌کنیم
and
در طول
then
پرواز
taxi.
تمامی دستگاه‌های
And before we
الکترونیکی
continue
و
our
تلفن
taxi, I
همراه
just
خود
realized
را
I need to
در
request
حالت
pushback.
پرواز قرار داده و یا خاموش
IRAN
The use of electronic
4003
devices
is ready
is not
for
allowed
pushback.
during taxi, takeoff, and
And we
landing,
should have requested that
as they
before
may
pushback,
affect
of
the
course, but
aircraft's
I just
navigational
totally
system.
forgot about it.
During flight, all your electronic devices and mobile phones
IRAN
must be in flight mode
4003
or
heavy,
turned off.
ready to taxi.
کارت دستورالعمل‌های ایمنی در جیب جلوی
Okay.
صندلی شما قرار دارد. لطفاً آن را مطالعه فرمایید.
29, right?
مهمانداران قبل از برخاستن و نشستن هواپیما کابین را بررسی خواهند کرد. مطمئن شوید بار دستی شما در راهروها و جلوی راه‌های خروجی قرار ندارد. زیرپایه و میز مقابل خود را ببندید. پشتی صندلی خود را به حالت عمودی برگردانید. کمربندهای ایمنی را بسته نگه دارید و پرده پنجره کنار خود را باز نگه دارید.
Okay, let's see. So we'll
Please read the
continue our
safety card which is in
our
the seat pocket
taxiing.
in front of you.
We can
The cabin
basically
crew
just
will make
taxi
the final check of the cabin
a
before
bit on
takeoff
this
and
runway and
landing.
then
To
or
make
maybe we should
sure
make a left
that
turn
all
here
aisles
already
and
actually.
exits are clear. The seats
Let's
are
see, my
upright.
tiller seems to be working, so
Seatbelts
that's
are secured
nice.
fastened. Your footrests and trays are stowed, and window blinds raised.
Let me just
از اینکه
check
هواپیمای جمهوری
that it's
اسلامی ایران را
set up
برای
correctly.
سفر خود
Also in the
انتخاب
settings you
نموده‌اید.
have some options here which I kind of like.
و پرواز
Nose
بسیار
wheel steering is
لذت‌بخشی
tiller,
برای
that's
شما.
good, so I have my
آرزوی
separate
دارم.
tiller
Thank
for
you for
that.
choosing Iran Air, and wish you have a
Unit
pleasant
count,
flight.
shadow plugins, trust acceleration. Okay, and then you can have like ROS and I don't know why I didn't have on ROS, because I
Ready
forgot
to go.
that. Okay, good, good, good. There we go. And then we can go to the right. Yes, but I guess we don't want to cross this runway to go to the next one immediately. And interestingly enough, I always thought the Imam Khomeini airport was like the largest one in Iran, but it seems like the Mehrabad one has more passengers. So I guess that's used domestically, so they have like separate ones in that regard. Which I guess is quite common, right? It's like in the US where like the Ronald Reagan airport is in DC is like the domestic one, and then you have the international Washington Dulles airport. Let me see. Is there something I'm forgetting now? We have taxi lights on. We don't need that ignition, I think. I think everything should be set up correctly. Let me just look at XP Realistic, which I use. I do have a profile, so I'm not too worried, but I haven't really paid too much attention to that profile. I made some change with the head anticipation because it was a bit weird. Let's see, some weird shadow flickering I've had some FPS problems with this game. I don't think the X-Plane 12 is too optimized. I wish you could remove certain things like, or maybe you can if you go into the settings, but I haven't just bothered to go into like the files. But I would prefer to remove, for example, or decrease at least the vehicles you can see moving around. Really don't care about that. Even though, of course, I would prefer to have it on if it worked fine. Tower on 118.7. Iran 4003 heavy, ready for takeoff. I don't think there's any planes. Looks clear. And now since we are crossing actually a runway, or I guess we're a bit down, I guess we would have to put on our landing lights, our nose lights as well. Let's see. The animation the next one is pretty cool with the things like when you're landing and stuff, and I think the replay function is now fixed so that it's working quite well. Okay, let's see now. We are gonna be taxiing out the runway, then we'll take off. Should we try a rolling start since it went so well last time? Maybe not. We can put on the nav so we have that armed. Do we want to have a vertical selection, or is it, I'm thinking, profile? So that's the profile climb. We could probably have that. I don't think we put on the autopilot. Okay. Okay, looking reasonably good. I think we can start taking off. Now I'm not sure where the... There we go. That's the like, it's always one of these screws. That's the takeoff power. Okay, good. I don't think I forgot anything. If I did, hopefully it wasn't too important. Okay, so we're now almost 60 knots. Plus 80 knots, 100 knots, 110, 120. We are gonna be doing a late V1 rotate. Let's see if we can get this to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, what's the rate of climb? Let's see if we're getting that gear up. So annoying. Now we're getting the gear up. For some reason that one bugs, but now it's coming up. So that's something to pay attention to. We're a bit off. We're already quite high, 4,000 feet. Iran has a lot of mountains, right? Okay, so looking good. We can go to a bit down on the flaps, and then I think we can remove the slats there. Okay, so we do have the speed and it's profile based, so let's just go to off on those, the runway turn off lights, and then let's engage the autopilot to follow our VNav. Let's check, everything's looking quite good. We're taking off. The funny part is like the zoom actually somehow gets you more of the distance things. Like when you zoom out, you can't, like, it's not generated anymore. So That's quite an interesting thing with compared to the X-22. I guess Microsoft license. But I don't think it's zoom-based, more like reloading within a certain area. Okay, let's jump into the plane, see how it's going. Okay, we're climbing to flight level 130. It's going alright. Apart from some bugs with the landing gear. I think we do have a brake fan as well. That's pretty cool, and that seems to be working. Let me see here. Range. Trim. That's on TARA, so that's good. I don't think this one has weather radar. Now that I'm just thinking out loud, but I don't think. Well, if they did, they add that. Have different sort of flight directors, depending, I guess, what you prefer. We're still climbing flight level 130. See if we can find the ILS for the airport we're landing at. Good. At least, what's it called? Our flight plan had the ILS. That's 109. But I want to check if we have that information already here on this one. I know with some you do have it already.
Turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to go fast while you're not.
I think we can just follow this. We don't need to do a landing performance calculation. Okay, so now we're catching speed, or trying to build some speed before we climb some more. Let me see. In it, maybe. Here on progression you can kind of see in terms of climb, our location. But okay, so ILS, we'll have to do that manually here, it seems. So let me see if I have 109. I can do it in my Logitech panel. I don't. Okay. So 109.9. And then in terms of final course, 254. You can get the pilot AUC. 1.9er instead. Let's see. I hate that the zoom is also applied to the same kind of button. That's the wrong profile again. Let's see if it starts to climb. Sometimes I notice if like you are at the level, you can kind of level off even if you set the altimeter. Maybe if you press it in, then it would try to follow that a bit more. We're overspeeding a bit though, so we need to get the timing. But okay, so 2, 5, 4. Sorry, 4 is for the final approach. Supposed to go up to 29er. I'm just gonna put that already. But yeah, to show my point with the like outside, you can see of course the outside is modeled from the inside, so that's always nice. And then if you go out like that through the window, you'll soon have the sound stream to the outside. Right? So really, that's really cool actually. You can see everything is small. You even get the wing kind of reflection and everything. So it is pretty cool. No pilots over here in the cockpit, but that's a bit sad. Maybe that's a setting actually. I'll check. So yeah, as you can see, it's not the best looking surrounding. It's like kind of like a land class. Maybe a bit better, but yeah, not the best actually. 250. Okay, we're flying through that. So we can just continue our climb. Okay, yeah, settings. Let's see what we have in settings here. Anything with the pilot showing up from the outside? No, doesn't seem like it. One thing to remember, put this autosave interval on 999 so you don't get that too often. If you have it too low, you'll have a lot of lag, unfortunately. This IRS alignment time, I used to have it on realistic, but since I had some issues with that, I have it on instant. EFD activation off, fine, you can link the barometers, just make it easier for yourself. Here we have the landing, so you put in the landing performance data. The reason why I'm not putting it in is because I guess I would need to call the 80s, because I haven't been able to find when I press the I1 how to kind of get the information specific per point, and if I click somewhere, you know, my whole plane will move that. So I'm a bit of a rookie in terms of X-Planes. I don't use it as my main sim, but more as a complementary sim for P3D. But it is a great sim, and I do think for those who are interested in flight simming, get X-Plane, because it's just nice. I mean, if you have Microsoft Flight Sim, I think this is a good complementary sim. Plus you're supporting someone other than Microsoft. I'm not going to be one that says that Microsoft is inherently evil or anything, but you just, you know, it's better for competition. Okay, we're getting the approach suggestions already. Now we're turning to the left. But yeah, in terms of complementary sim, me using this complementary sim, what aircraft do I use here? It's mainly the A300. I have the Felis 747, and then I have the A340-600 by Polis, and the A350 by Flight Factory. The ones I like the most are, of course, this one, Felis, and the Polis A340. The Felis is the only one I haven't really been able to fly enough, but I'm hoping to do a video on that one soon. And the reason why those are all, of course, will come with P3 is because P3D only have the black box A340, which I'll show you in a video. It is okay, it's just sad that they kind of left it half finished. Then in terms of 747 Classics, we were going to get the Just Flight one, but they pulled the plug on that. So the only one we have is the old CLS, which is not the native one, but I've got it working set up, so I'll show you at some point. And there we got our climbing clearance to 290. And then in terms of the A300, you have the Thomas Root one, where I have a nice one with PVR that I got from a guy with some updates with the ISG gauges and stuff. So it looks pretty cool and flies very well, but you know, system-wise, the way this one looks, nothing to compare. But I'll also, I think, make a movie on that just to kind of show you what we were. Let me see, we're over 10,000, so we can go off on the landing right. Track those. I mean, I'm not a big fan of freeware because usually all of them have bad quality, but there's some that, you know, they do deserve credit, and I think in the sense that some people can't afford the payware ones, so then it's a pretty nice like secondary option to have some freeware. And I think X-Plane has some really nice freeware, and Microsoft Flight Sim as well, right, with the fly-by-wire. So So no interesting weather though out there. You can see there's some clouds that are distant, but there's nothing that's super interesting. I think those are kind of in our flight paths. Let's see. Then let me just check if there's something missing here. No, nothing I'm missing. So yeah, not that much to look at. Nice. You can get some nice views. So I think that's the top of climb and that's the top of descent. Just wanted to check that since we started talking, and we're going to flight level 210. That's for PCAM, so 210, I'm going to put that. I'll keep the profile. And just see if it wants us to... Oh, then it wants us to descend, okay, so that's a bit interesting. Okay, I'm not going to be tweaking that. I think the logic is a bit different on this one than some of the more modern buses, and definitely compared to Point. So I'm just going to set it up once we get to our top of descent. Should be... I wonder if you see it here. You can... I can't really see it here yet. I'll probably start the descent a bit sooner. But let's see. Maybe I had done 280. Okay, let's see. What kind of views do you have? You have some ground views. This one. Are there any other nice views you have? Right. Okay. I guess we can set it up this morning because the camera system on the occasional one from the TV, which is kind of similar to the normal one, and that's a lot better. There was one where it's like 3 moving camera next plane, but without but with the camera moving along as well. So there's something like this one zooming out from the aircraft. How tiny it gets. Okay, let's see. So PCAM. We don't really have... So I'm actually wondering now if I'm doing this, I'm gonna double check. So we have our... Oh, that's the... Let's see, star is... Do we have this correctly set up now? PCAM 1Q, yes. Let's see how it looks now. And there we should have the ISA 30. Oh, but those are discontinued. Okay, let me see. So if I do that, then we'll basically have the whole... Let's see though, because I'm thinking the vector shouldn't be coming at that point. It should be coming before like the approach. I'm gonna give us a bit more distance just to see. I do wonder how the vector is in for this one. Let's see. I'm gonna check the config also. Why the voices that are being played or the sounds. Sound source are controller folders. Default region is United States. Maybe that's the reason, right? So we have the default region as United States. Maybe we do Europe. We'll get some other sounds, or we'll not get any sounds at all. Then I bugged it out. Oh well. Okay, let's see. So it wanted us to cross at flight level 210. So I'm gonna put that in. Let me see. And then profile. Retard descent. Retard is such a funny word. For some reason, I don't know why they shows that. A lot of people must be really confused when they see like a flight video and it's like retard at them. Hell, even I was when I was seeing my first videos of, you know, some people flying. Okay, so we are now descending. Look at all these mountains and desert region. I wonder how this would look with photoreal. I haven't yet. I have the P3D ones. So I need to fly. I need to do some other flights with like Iron Air or Iron Air Tour or whatever they're called. Mahan Air. So let's see. Now we are descending. What did they tell us? Flight level 1210. Okay. To 10,000. Okay, so we get to 10,000 already. So we can kind of put that in our altitude selector. Putting in these Americano voices. Okay, would be cool if they had the ATC voices for Iran. I guess they would be speaking Iranian or Persian, and it's a bit more immersive. Okay, so we are quite a bit high, considering it said 21,000 for PCAM. We do have enough of a distance left, I think, for us to be fine, but it will be interesting. I don't know what we should level off at. I'm guessing it's around, so if the landing altitude is 5,000, it's 5,040, I think. It's around 7,000, right? So let's see. I'm gonna give us a bit of speed break. Not sure if it went too... Oh, speed brake stowed itself. Maybe it's too fast of a speed. Maybe there's some limitations. Well, this door doesn't seem to be closed. That's interesting. Oh, that was the lavatory hole. That's the door. I wonder if I even closed the right door at the first time. Well, let's have a look quickly. I just want to see how it looks. Since you can do these silly things with X-Plane. And I guess Microflight Sim as well compared to P3D. Okay. Looks quite nice. Maybe with the photoreal this would look quite immersive. Though I would never be sitting here at the front. I would have to go back all the way to where the normal plebs are sitting. So I guess not even business class, but economy class. I've never been big on putting money on flying in terms of tickets, but I can assume it's a nice experience to fly with fly business class or first class if you have the money. But okay, so distance to destination 63 nautical miles. It's minus degrees outside because we're a bit high up. Time elapsed 21 minutes. Doesn't seem like they have any local flights by. I guess that's Karachi, probably. Or is it Karachi up? Okay, maybe that's Islamabad, that's up north. Bombay, Medina, Jeddah, right? That must be Baghdad. They fly to Beirut and I guess Damascus, maybe in Syria. Ankara, Istanbul. That's quite interesting. Heading 1. Now we're not flying our profile anymore, so maybe the easiest way is then to go at that. So wait, we'll push this out. I mean the way you do it like that. So okay, so it was the vectoring, so I should have just kept that. So I should have just kept that discontinuity. Or maybe I shouldn't, because actually they gave it quite late, so I should have probably not kept that discontinuity, at least not in terms of pilot agency. Okay, let's see. So we are turning. The airport is probably down there, somewhere at the right, maybe there. There are no clouds. Clear skies over Iraq. So let's see now. We're going down to 10,000 feet. So we can just maintain quite a quick speed. Sometimes I feel like they don't really... Like now, I think we have turned too much again. I mean, I think they're a bit delayed with giving us the headings for the vectoring, so that's a bit annoying. Okay, let's see. Now this looks pretty good for being just a distance. Yeah, we're still descending. We do not know what the 80s is, but let me have a look if I can see the frequency at our airport. So the 80s would be 128.25. Let's put that in. Now we forgot to put this on standard. Okay, 3006. Okay, good. I'm just going to put that. Have that. 006. Heading 120. Tweaking our heading a bit. Let's put on the ILS so we can get that track. What's our decision altitude though? That's what I'm wondering. So we don't have... we don't know. Let's see how high up this can go. It's probably relation then to the airport, I would assume. I'm doing usually quite a low, so 300. Now I'm just guessing if that's it doesn't go above 1,000. Another option is that this could also be the decision. Let me see, do we have a time? I'm gonna start to take down our speed a bit. 250, so let's see, 115. Maybe it's trying to get us on the right path, but it's not so easy. Yeah, we can put on the landing lights. As well, so we have that in case that's the minimum when it's higher altitude. Descent to 9,000 feet, which we can do. I'm gonna go down to 40 on that. I think 1,000 should be 1,200. Be able to maintain speed. Let's see though, we should probably slow down even more. I'll put on some speed brakes so we can descend a bit faster. Heading to 25.
Flying heading to 25, descending 7,000 feet, clear for ILS approaching runway 25, right tower on 118.3 on 4003 heavy.
There we go, category 2, let's put those on, so those are armed. Let's go to slats 15. Are a bit above where we should be actually in terms of the glide slope.
Contact tower on 118.3 on 4003 heavy. Altimeter is increasing.
Let's go flaps 15 as well. Oh, we missed that the localizer a bit. Let me see, I'm gonna drop the gears down.
ILS approaching runway 25 right, all when established on flight on 4003 heavy.
Let's see what our approach speed 133, so it's 140. Now let's go flaps full. No, not too much. This will be a bit of a dive and drive. Totally not okay, but I want us to land. Hopefully we can avoid a... Let me just put in all the settings that we need to put in. put that on medium. Well, we are getting there now. So dive and drive work. We don't need to have any speed brakes, we can arm those. Okay, let's see. So, we are way below the glide slope now. That's the big issue with dive and drive. Basically, we've gone below our minimums. We're still looking okay. Need to arrest our descent a bit. And let's see how this will go. How will this will play out. We are a bit left. 100.
Glide slow, 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 glide slow. 100. 40, 30, 20, 10. 5.
There we go. Okay, a bit over the threshold. Luckily we don't really have that much weight. So I did a executive decision and decided to ignore that, but yeah, we should have done a go around otherwise. We're a bit unstable at the end as well. But it's also when you're coming from different sims, it's a bit different. X-Plane it feels like it has a better flight mode. I can't assess if it has one because I've never flown myself, but it just feels like it is a bit more twitchy. But I don't think the P3D one is bad as well. Some people say it feels like you're flying on rails, but I mean, yeah, maybe if you're just doing the basic game, maybe it's like that, to be honest. Ah, we forgot to say that we're established, but we got landing clearance. Oh, we have the reversers still on. How do we shut those?
The local
There
time
we
is
go.
3:04 p.m. and it's
Iran
about
4003, ready to taxi.
Do not use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the air traffic comes to a complete
Iran
stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off.
4003 heavy,
Remember,
ready
when
to
opening
taxi.
the overhead bins, items may have shifted during the flight. Thanks for flying with us, and we hope to see
Okay,
you
and
again.
there we can remove those landing lights, I think.
Ground on 121.9 for taxi clearance.
Need to put in some speed.
003 heavy.
Let's see now. What's holding us? Oh yeah, the flaps are down, so Iran 4003 heavy, ready to taxi. And now we got the taxi. Oh, the reversers are still on. Oh, that's frustrating. Now we got them, so you gotta move them forward. That's the issue I had. Sorry about that, guys. Miss on my end. Fuel flow. Where do you see the amount of fuel you have left on this one? There. Okay, we kind of did well with the amount of fuel we had. No big issues. I think this plane works pretty well. I don't think some people, like they say, it's really bugged and stuff, but I mean, apart from, I guess I could blame myself with sometimes with these ILSs. I don't have had that many issues, like the gear thingy, the pushback. But I guess I'm not too well versed into the details. We're now having another one of these bugs. So this one is related to, I think if you brake too much, then it gets stuck somehow. So the other, maybe, God, good timing with me defending Inibuilds, and then I think this one just totally, how do you say, totally not wanting to give me any, or I guess Yeah, me defending it was the wrong timing. This aircraft is, I love the A300 though, so it's a love-hate relationship, but yeah, Inibuild doesn't want to give me that luxury of finally having a flight without bugs. But I do think still, even though these bugs, that it does fly quite well, and it's, you know, it does work, apart from some minor problems. Okay, let's see, I guess there's no taxiways. Could be also that this one is just like the ones that have, because I think the way that it works in X-Plane 12 is that you have like freeware for people that develop on their free time. They update an airport, they submit it, I guess it's approved. So it could be, but it might also be the layout of this airport. I wouldn't be surprised if this looking like this. Since we are on the runway again, I'm just going to put on those landing lights again so that the other pilots can see me. Oh, this looks correct. Actually, I'm looking at the Pilot ATC, and this is like I kind of like that with Pilot ATC. You can really like make sure that you're having the right. That the airport somewhat looks like the real one, at least from an above perspective. Okay, so let's taxi back to our base or to the airport. What's going on with this aircraft now? I really can't understand why it's not willing to taxi. I'm gonna put in a bit more speed. Let's see if that will get us to the end a bit quicker. Though why something up so much with the brake. It was working really well. It also feels like it's trying to get us to go to the left a bit. I know we have a bit more thrust from the right engine, so that could explain the bit. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna put this, sorry. Okay, so we are going quite fast now. This is, I guess you wouldn't be going this fast, we're going around. Come on. I guess we're going a bit too fast there. What? Come on! Yeah, annoying. So just braking with one of the brakes and then you're stopping basically in your tracks. I don't think I have auto brake by mistake. Oh no, no auto brake. Who knows? Okay, so we are now at Isfahan or Esfahan. Not sure how you pronounce that. But it looks quite nice, the freeware, or the freeware, or the, I guess the default airport. So the people who made this one have done a pretty decent job. I mean, this would be a good freeware airport in P3D. So, but this is also the good thing about having complementary flight sims. Every flight sim will have some different positive aspect. Okay, let's see. Brake fans if installed on delayed takeoff. Okay, because we're braking too much. Well, which makes sense because things were braking like crazy. Okay, so put the brake fans on and then we'll have to brake careful. We can put the landing lights off. We can put on the APU now. We don't need the strobes. We can go to taxi. There we have a Turkish 737. I didn't know Turkish flew here. That's nice. And let's just take the first one here so we can wrap this up and look at the replay. Hopefully it doesn't crash. So I think they have fixed the replay. As you can see there, our landing lights can be seen. And I have this extra plugin that's basically giving you this guy who will kind of lead you to where you need to land. So that's a pretty cool feature. And let me see now what's about the AP. Is that accelerating? So I think we are good. Let me just go to outside quickly and have a look that we are parking somewhat correctly. No, brake a bit too much. I don't want to brake with this big aircraft because it's hard to get them rolling afterwards. You never want to really stop, right? Just a bit better like that. Then we can put on the brakes, and there you can see the. Let me see if I can get a better view angle, maybe from the other direction. This camera system is so annoying. I don't know why it's always using the right way now, but it's just not following at all times. A lot of people really like the external camera systems. I'm not sure why I'm the only one that doesn't really like it and feel it's a bit funky. Okay, so we are not really, but it's quite good. I'm not sure the plugin is called, though. I think it's is it Auto ES maybe? Okay, let me jump into the airplane then, since we now have that APU ready. Then we can shut our engines. Engine number 1, engine number 2. We can shut pilot ATC, and then we can just check quickly with this one, because I did think, let me see, I did think I forget, or I did forget to put all the settings, so let me see. And I think the way we want to do this is we want to go ground ops, exits, disarm all, then we can open that one. That should hopefully trigger the we should ask for the stairs, but let me see now if we have landed correctly, still taxiing in. So maybe it's just waiting for the engines to kinda shut down, which they should, if I'm not mistaken, do in a jiffy. Okay, brake fans. That I'm just going to close that one. Doesn't seem to be related to the door. I just want to see what our landing, there we go, deboarding and flight. 209. Okay, unsafe takeoff, clean flying conditions. Okay, the unsafe takeoff because of the me not putting on the seatbelt signs. Okay, let's save that anyway. Okay, let's now have a look and see if we can do the replay, because those are always quite nice. So let's go and convert this as well. Maybe we can do it actually like this, and then we'll take it back. Let's see now if we get a good angle of it. There we go. Let's see if we can close that one if we can. So, as you can see, we are a bit low. The dive and drive approach is a functioning approach, but it is of course dangerous, and we do like to put it into it. I mean, not solely from the standpoint that you of course are risking going down below your minimum, but I would say also from the standpoint that in at least the sim world, if you try to do that, you need to be more careful with the throttles as well, right? You're not having like that slow descent where you can kind of easily do that. You'll go down, stay, you know, have to push the forward forward. Okay, let's see. So there's some high rises. I like this, you can see the flaps and the ailerons that work. Yeah, let's see now. Hopefully it wasn't tail strike. So we're gonna miss the threshold, or the landing touchdown zone. Not by much, but by a bit. It's quite stabilized at the end though, so that's nice. So we landed. Ooh, we just gave it a bounce. Getting the front down. Then the spoilers are deployed. The thrust reversers are also deployed. So yeah, quite nice. I like the X-plane replay system. It really shows everything. But yeah, I think that was it. I hope you enjoyed my first X-plane 12 video on YouTube. I'll probably do some more PCB ones, and then once in a while some X-plane ones. But yeah, hope you enjoy. If you have any questions about the Inibuilds A300 or about X-plane in general, feel free to reach out. I'm not that knowledgeable about X-plane as T3D, but I do know a few things. But okay, I wish you guys a good rest of the day, and yeah, hopefully if you have questions, reach out. Perfect. Goodbye.